Pickaxe.
Hello and welcome to 0 Degrees, the podcast with no qualifications where we solve your complications. I'm Harry and I'm joined by my wonderful friends Ravs and Lydia. How we doing?
Doing pretty good.
Lovely. We actually just finished recording next week's podcast, which is a really exciting one. So you have to stay tuned. It's going to be in video form, and hopefully the ones going forward will be in video form.
In the office, baby.
Exciting.
We're going to all
Really
set up
exciting.
now.
And we have a lovely guest.
That's right. I haven't had a guest in a while, actually.
Yeah, we haven't had a guest in a while. It's
Yeah.
I don't want us to tease too much, but something that is exciting that's happening next week, just before we forget, Pickaxe Week. We'll be live on the Oscars channel doing a 0 Degrees episode special live. Maybe taking some questions from chat. We'll see how it works. But
Yeah, we'll try and figure that out. But equally, if you do want to send in anything that might be good for the live podcast, you know, maybe send in a couple of questions, because we will be live on twitch.tv/yogscast at 3:30 p.m. BST, I believe. The clocks don't go back yet, do they? Or maybe
No.
they have, I don't know.
I don't think so.
And we'll be live
On the 28th.
It'll be a bumper episode, right? We're doing like an hour and a half.
yeah, it's going to be a big one.
I think last time we ended up talking about mice cum sperm on
Yeah, that
our
does ring a
live
bell.
show. So I'm hoping that we'll have some more sort of
I think it's not
insight.
like that, to be honest. That's what I'm hoping for, Lydia. It's nothing like that.
But yeah, make sure to check it out live and
Yeah, come and hang out.
Full
You
of
can laugh at
vulgarity.
us live.
yeah.
Very cool.
Also, something very cool is the Healthy Gamer podcast has joined the Pickaxe Network.
Oh yeah.
Very
It's pretty
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, very cool guy. Hopefully do something with him sometime. That'd be fun. Get him on here. He's way too qualified to be on 0 Degrees.
He was way too qualified.
He's a fucking doctor, man.
We'd have to have some very special questions for him to go.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. We can't just
Yeah.
ask him any old pegging. It's
No.
got to be.
Oh, God,
it's
yeah.
got to be professional.
We
Maybe
could,
you
though.
can
He's
help
a
with my-
medical professional.
Maybe you can help with my little problem that
Well,
you
your
can find out
little-
about next
yeah.
week.
Oh,
Next week.
Ooh.
It's going to be,
Yeah.
wow, what a tease. So many teasers for next week's episode.
Yeah.
For this week, though, we've had this mega question sat here, and it's not even one question. Calling it a mega question is a bit of a lie. It's just someone's just written in with just, I don't even know, like multiple questions. So I figured we should just cap it. So maybe this is going to be the episode. We're just going to run through this big question.
Let's not set a precedent that we're going to reward this type of behaviour. Don't do this again, you fucks. Send in one question per entry. Maybe a little bonus one at the end, but not 7.
You know, they could have just lied and just sent them all in as different questions. You know, hedge their bets on us doing at least one of them. Instead, they just done this mega. I mean, I'm making.
Well, it's worked, isn't it? It's worked. We're devoting an
worked.
entire episode to it.
I'm also angry about it. I'm very angry about this question, Lydia.
Absolutely fuming.
Right, here we go then.
All
Come
right.
on. We're the podcast answers questions, and we're making up for that.
Okay.
It's a let's go get through some fucking questions.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Hi there, guys. Love the podcast so far. Keep up the good work. To save time, I'll jump right into the questions. Sorry, that's
To
so hilarious.
save time.
To save time. Question 1. Do you guys have weird little daily routines? Examples from my life are, I walk to work and see the same ant nest and they're always busy at work. I make time on my walk to pick one up and put them somewhere new so they have an adventure. That's
Oh my
fucked up to
God.
do.
What the fuck? That poor ant. Its whole thing is ruined. Sorry, carry on.
That's all right. I
Just
always
furious.
turn off the light twice when leaving a room, even if someone is in said room, often to my detriment because they'll tell me off. It's not even a conscious thing they do. Okay, so do you guys have any weird little daily routines? Interesting.
Do you guys ever? I don't really have a daily routine, but do you guys, if you're ever in your house alone or whatever, enter gremlin mode?
What does that mean? Yeah. What
Okay.
is,
Like you just do weird little things because you're on your own. You ever just do some weird shit? Maybe I'm being too open here.
What kind of stuff, Ravs?
what are you
You
fucking
ever
doing?
you always like be on your own, just be weird. You know?
Like
Just
what?
some-
Ravs,
just
I
do
need
some
an
weird stuff.
example. Need some
Okay.
examples here.
I have an
What are
embarrassing
you?
one from
What
the
are
other
you?
week.
What are you? I'm so stumped by this.
Well, you don't just just do little sing, do funny accents on your own, or do a little sing song on your
okay.
own, or like
Yeah.
the other week, right? I'm heading down. I'm leaving my flat to go down to the elevator to go get some food, right? Usually, don't really bump into many people, but I walk into the elevator and I'm staring at the mirror, okay? And I'm in gremlin mode, okay? And I decide, now this isn't a regular occurrence, okay? Before anyone thinks I'm fucking crazy. But I was like, wouldn't it be funny if I just walk, like, just for me, just like a little, just for me, no one else is going to be there, it's just for me. What if I just walk backwards out the elevator? You know? I'm like looking at the mirror. What if I just walk backwards out the elevator?
Oh my God.
And I did.
You
and
did
there
it,
were
you mad
fucking
lad.
people there.
Oh,
No, I'm dying of awkwardness.
I know.
Oh, how did you style it out, or did you just not?
I just went back to normal walking and went to get my McDonald's.
But like, did you do like a
What
spin?
the
Like, how did you turn
Oh, I
around
did
so you
a-
were
I did
facing
that-
the right way?
Well, I did a little like 90-degree turn to face me the right way, and I just kind of
Nice.
nodded and went to get my food.
Oh, I love that.
So I don't really have like a routine per se. More just that.
That's
I
that's
sometimes
why-
go to gremlin
That's
mode.
great. I'd actually really love that. That's very endearing, you little fucking weirdo. I think that's great. That's really good. Does Brie
I'm
ever
just
catch you doing
stumped.
weird stuff?
No, I don't do it when other people are around.
No.
You know.
And
Well-
there's some that you can't say on this podcast. There's some gremlin mode things that are not okay.
I mean, like if I know that I have the house to myself, I'll just walk around nude or whatever. But that's about it.
That's fucking
That's
fine.
that's fine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I walk around naked a lot, and I have a very open flat, a lot of glass, and I just don't fucking care.
Yeah.
I feel like the rule is I'm in my fucking area. If you're looking in my area, you have to deal with that.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like my fucking
You
know,
pay your
my,
rent.
It's not like my window is fucking facing ground level onto a street.
Facing a children's
Yeah.
It's
You're like-
facing a nursery. It's not like there's
pay
at
my
least
rent.
20 meters between me and the nursery, Lydia. No. I mean, look, it's my flat, and if you're
Yeah.
if you're so happened from the 200 meters away that you're closest to be able to maybe see it, looking through a telescope, and someone just catch a whiff of my dick.
Wow.
Well, congratulations, you caught me.
You won the prize.
You won the prize.
Do you ever get tempted to do that thing they do in like Succession and shit? They always do it where like you just go out onto your balcony and just have a wank. Just staring out over the city.
Oh my God.
That's quite cold,
just
usually.
like a CEO power wank. Like I own this city, and that's kind of what you're jerking off about.
You ever done
No.
that, Harry?
Have you done that, Harry?
No,
We
I
can't
honestly.
admit it though if you have, can you?
Well,
Yeah.
do you know what? I would admit if it had even crossed my mind and it hadn't. But now it
hadn't,
has.
but
Right?
now-
So maybe I'll report back.
Yeah, I look forward to hearing it because you have a very good flat for looking
For
out over the
peeping.
city and. Just
I did think
beating
about
your
getting
meat.
a telescope because I was thinking I'm walking around naked so much. Other people must be walking around naked. I was thinking about getting one of those old-fashioned telescopes and just peeping.
You want to look at naked people in their house?
Well, if
Harry.
they're going to walk around, it's the same logic as me, Lydia. If they're
Right.
confidently walking around naked with the blinds up,
Yeah.
then they're accepting the risk that someone may see them.
That a fucking freak in the other apartment has a telescope and is
The-
staring at them.
The thing that I'm scared about is I'll look through my telescope, at a window across the street, down the road.
Yeah.
Be like, yes, I could always be able to have a good
And then I
angle there.
walk
And
backwards into frame.
no, I see a telescope staring back, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, that's how I met your mother. That would be quite a nice little,
Hmm.
intro though. Oh, we're both little creepy weirdos.
Something I guess it is a daily routine that started. Because I stay up late with my doggy with Pepper, and my partner does the morning. That's like how we split it. It's like I'll happily be awake later, and then they're the one that's to wake up if it's like when they wake up for work or whatever. And then after Pepper's been up for a bit and they had some food and whatever, played about, and then they'll just instantly get tired again.
Oh, because she's so little.
Because she's so little, she's like, I'm tired again, I'm gonna go sleep. So they bring them into the bedroom, and I'm still in bed, and they bring Pepper to me, and then Pepper instantly every morning without fail, and this is just now a daily routine. Pepper will just come and be so excited and bound on over, and then she'll just start licking my moustache, and we're like, oh hello,
Aw.
hello, and then she just starts shoving her tongue up my nose,
Oh.
Aw.
not even.
Oh.
And this morning it was actually so violent, and she was so she's so into it. It's like there's drugs up there, which there
She
are.
loves
There's
the
no drugs
taste of
in my
your
nose.
snot. Oh my God, what have you got leftover cocaine up there? And she's getting nuts over it.
Getting fucking railed. She just was doing it actually so hard, and it was like the tongue was going so far up my nose. I was like, Heavy, and I couldn't fight her off.
Your brain.
she was like trying to lick my fucking brain.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I literally had to play fight her off of me because she was just just ravenous. She was just like, yes, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Oh.
I think because it's salty, like she likes licking skin because you have little bits of sweat and it's salty. And
Yeah, my
noses are
my dog
salty.
Milo would just like lick my arms just over and over, like getting all the saltiness.
But today's was so violent. I was like, maybe this is a daily routine that needs to stop. Maybe like this kind of like just brain licking is not.
Oh my God, she is licking your brain, Harry.
That's fine. She can do whatever she wants.
No.
But that's a great daily routine that I will happily take. I don't know if I have any weird ones on like the way to work. I think we all live quite like disjointed lives. Do you know what I mean? Like every day is kind of different and weird. So it doesn't help for building daily routines like that.
Yeah, it's kind of all over. Every day is like a different setup and timings and stuff like that.
Yeah. Them mentioning the light switch thing was something that I suddenly like, I don't know, I feel like I think about it occasionally. Like, do you guys ever walk around your like house or flat just in the pitch black, but you can navigate because you just know where everything is and you know where the light switches are and stuff, and you can just kind of wing it without the lights on?
Although it freaks me out, but yeah.
Like, it's so interesting when you move into a new place, like how quickly you can do that. And it's kind of cool. It kind of feels like to me like a mini superpower. It's like, yeah, I know this place.
I know the route.
Yeah, this is my place.
Well, I have that in nightmare mode because I have a cardboard cutout of Mads Mikkelsen that I keep forgetting about that's in my house. So like, every now and then I walk out of my bathroom, start heading back to my room, and like I just see a figure standing in the shadows. I'm like, fuck.
Oh my God.
That's fucked up.
And sometimes me and Bree like prank each other and like move them around and shit. So like, yeah.
That's
that would scare the shit out of me. Actually, the other night I was coming back from the bathroom and I did actually walk. I tried to walk into my my bedroom door, but I walked into the wall instead. I thought it was my door and just absolutely misjudged it so badly. So apparently I haven't quite got it down yet by like my sense of, I don't know, anything.
Your house sense.
My house senses aren't quite.
Do you have any daily routines that you guys wish you had?
I get up at 6 a.m. I meditate. I have a cup of lemon water. I write
yoga.
My manifestation.
Those fucking TikToks are insane, right? Like those people's fake lives.
A day in the life of a marketing assistant at Google, and like they're like 7 a.m. I wake up and I drink my lemon vitamin tea, and then I do an hour of yoga and
in a room that looks like a hotel.
Yeah.
Like
then I go on a jog around midday for some reason. I go to the office and I do some emails, and it's like, what the fuck?
I mean, you should just at least be happy and content in the knowledge that they are the tech world's bloat and will be the first people to lose their jobs. That's literally all I think about when I watch those. I'm just like, you're going to lose your fucking job. Fuck you.
And all those videos are just that. I mean, like they literally have to get out of bed, set the camera up, get back into bed, pretend to wake up.
It's so cringe, right?
It's all so curated and manufactured. Like, I bet you any money, their normal days are nothing like that. Like, it's all just, I'm making an aesthetically pleasing TikTok, so I'm going to, make all this fake shit up. I bet you they don't do any of that stuff normally.
We should do our own versions. A day in the life of a streamer. Everything's just like on fire. It's
just
hectic.
horrible.
There's clothes everywhere.
Horrible. There's clothes everywhere. Fucking
just pissing in another mug. It's like the 7th today.
God.
Trying to figure out what can of Diet Coke has piss in it and what one actually has Diet Coke in it.
Christ.
Adding together 7 used bean cans to maybe make an equivalent of a new bean can. Like,
Hell yeah.
But do it in the same style. Like, a day in the life
make it
of
aesthetically
a streamer.
pleasing.
I wake up at 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
I go to my favorite corner shop and pick up a fresh packet of pot noodle. It's not real. I hate. I think it really triggers me because I think surreptitiously that does break people's brains and make them think that their lives are like shit in some way.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that we're like influencers, but I'm really glad that our like style of online personality is not one where we just fake it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That we're not like lifestyle vloggers that everything has to be, my life is literally perfect. Like, no, our lives are fucking chaos and shit and good like everyone else's lives. Like, they are just as real, like, and grounded. We do the washing up, do the laundry. My bedroom is chaos at any given moment. Like, it's just, I hate that like fake portrayal of life.
Yeah, because it will make people feel crap. They'll see it and be like, "Oh my God."
I look at it and feel crap. Do you like? I feel like I know it's fake, and I'm still sad about it.
Exactly. And think of the people that are watching it and young and impressionable and they don't know it's fake and they're thinking, oh God, like, it's making them feel depressed and bad about themselves. Like, it's all bullshit. All of it is bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucking a load of garbage. Have you got any rituals? Lydia, do you do anything like no?
I've got OCD, so fucking
literally,
life is
queen of doing rituals. Actually,
we actually don't have long enough on the podcast for Lydia to go through, but she has put it in a list, and we'll post it online.
Yeah, I'll put it up for everyone to see. But so aside from that stuff, the only things I can think of is like there's a walk that I really like doing, and I really like sticking to that very specific walk. And there's a tree that I like to go up to and give it a name and like say hello to it. Because it's a really cool tree and I don't know, that's kind of become a little bit of a ritual for me. I really enjoy doing that. And then that's same really with animals is, my cats, they have very like specific rituals. Like Hastings will want to be brushed by the sofa at around 9 to 10 p.m. in the evening. So their rituals kind of become a bit of your rituals as well. And, give them silly voices and do all that weird goblin shit. But yeah, I'd say, like you said, Harry, my days are so sort of different day to day that it's hard to, I would say, to have like consistent rituals all throughout the day. But there's definitely bits here and there for sure. But we're creatures of ritual, right? Humans like what's it called? Like
routine and
routine.
Stuff,
yeah.
I'm just mind blown. You guys don't have little goblin modes. You don't.
I'm definitely a fucking weirdo.
You guys don't do weird little things here and there.
I don't walk out the elevator.
We both live with partners. I feel like it's hard to have space to do goblin mode.
No, but your partner goes to work. You're walking around the flat yourself or whatever. Like,
I definitely talk to myself.
And my dog licking my brain is kind of goblin mode.
That's a little goblin mode.
Yeah,
it's like entry level goblin mode.
Yeah, I'll talk out loud to myself when I'm doing stuff, and like talk out to my cats and have conversation with them, and I will be their voice that's replying to me. So I'll do both of our voices.
That's goblin mode.
Oh, there we go. Then bitch, I'm goblin
24/7.
25/7.
Goblin these nuts.
25/7 days of the week.
We have to move on to the next question.
All right, okay.
There's a couple more to go. Same person, same question. Apparently, same question. Maybe just ignore the podcast format. Question 2. What's a colour from a movie that really resonated with you? It might sound silly, but sometimes when you watch a movie, you see a shot and the colour is just bursting with energy and emotion, and it makes me feel great. Mine is Terry Pratchett's Discworld, the one with Del Boy. It's a scene where on the edge of the disc and Del Boy talks about the colour of magic. It was purple. Purple was my favourite colour for years until I decided actually it was pink because it's more of an iconic colour. What? What is the end of that question? What's a colour from a movie that really resonated with you? Interesting.
I mean, Wes Anderson always does sort of beautiful colour graded movies. There was that whole trend that went around doing making normal life into a Wes Anderson movie.
I remember yours.
I did one.
Yours was good.
Thank you. A big thing about it was sort of highly saturating everything and making it quite sort of orangey and warm and stuff like that. The first thing that came to my head with this question is the Grand Budapest Hotel. Like it's very pink and red and orange inside. Like the colors are very warm and bright. And I think it's just such a fucking good movie. And aesthetically is just so beautiful.
But is there a single color in that movie that stood out to you?
A single. I mean, I like the bright pink. I think I'm trying to think of the scenes. There's definitely scenes in it which are very like pink focus. I think the pink. The pink. I go with the pink.
There is a lot of pink and there's a lot of pastel-y pink. In that movie. I mean, like the cake scene when they're like wrapping up the cakes and stuff.
Yeah. Okay, that's mine. That's definitely mine.
I instantly thought of Sin City, and I couldn't name.
That's iconic.
One. But that when you say like colors of movies to me, that although it's the lack of color, like that.
Is it when just red?
You get
it's black
some
black and white, and then every character, like most main characters, have a single color like associated with them. Whether like the red of someone's lips, like you should Google it and look it up if you haven't seen it. It's a very stark color style. It's like monochromatic. It's really cool. And I always think of the Yellow Goblin guy. Who is it's Green Goblin. Who plays the Yellow Goblin in it?
I'm something of a scientist myself.
Who is it? It's someone really famous.
I can't mind.
Who is it? I'm going to lose my mind. yeah, I always think of Sin City, think Colours and Movies and the Yellow Goblin guy, just because he's so gross and like he's just a horrible fucking basically pervert and murderer in the movie and does horrible things to ladies. And it's very no spoilers. I guess spoilers ahead. He obviously gets his comeuppance, and it's very satisfying when he gets his
Nick
comeuppance.
Stahl.
Is it Nick Stahl? I thought it was someone else. For some reason,
It was offered to DiCaprio and Buscemi, who both turned it down.
Maybe that's
Buscemi
what I
is
was
who I
thinking
was
of it.
thinking of. Oh no. Yeah.
But yeah, he's such a gross character, and the yellow just really stands out. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what I went to.
Okay.
I am going to be the basic bitch who picks Lord of the Rings because the shots of Minas Tirith when you see it for the first time, the beautiful white fucking city, but the like very iconic strip of grass at the top with the tree. Fucking
the landing strip.
Beautiful. The landing strip. Yep, the landing strip of Minas Tirith is fucking
Nice.
beautiful. And then like Hobbiton is just so green and vibrant and happy, and like even Frodo's clothes really stand out.
That was a secondary thought. I was going to join you on Lord of the Rings. The Hobbit's cloak, something about that green, that like
green
warm, earthy green, is so like comforting and I don't know. It's a very classic look.
And in Moria, you've got like the beautiful like dark slates and golds, and then you've got the Balrog who shows up and like backlights it orange and stuff. It's like really fucking like. I hate picking Lord of the Rings for answers for things like, oh, what's your favorite movie? And like, for this one, like, what's your favorite colors for movies? Like, it feels like a cop out to pick something that's like so popular, but it really is just.
I don't know.
Good.
I think quite the opposite. I think you wouldn't usually think Lord of the Rings because there's so many other aspects of that movie that's really well done. But I think the set design and color design is really good.
The
in that
greens
movie.
of the Army of the Dead as well. There's a lot of like iconic, just like really cool looking colors there. I popped on.
I feel like it kind of informed how, at least as one of the first major fantasy things I watched as a kid. I don't know about you guys, but it really informed how I thought about fantasy.
Yeah,
and how what I would use as my brain's visual aids for what a skeleton looks like, what a goblin looks like. Do you know what I mean? Just all of those things.
Oh, and then like Arwen in the river with the whites of the water spray and stuff. It's fucking so good. It's so beautiful. Like
this is a wonderful world.
Rivendell with the like dark greeny like mists of the forest as well between the Aragorn Arwen scenes. It's fucking great. Galadriel's bright white. It's just all they do cover so well in that movie.
Amazing. Okay, next bit of their question. What have we got? Question 3. If every animal on Earth fought against each other, who would win? And then we have some rules. Rules of the fight. Animals are not represented by a sole contestant. For example, it wouldn't be one human, it would be 8 billion humans. And however many animals there are of each animal...
I know we're an animal, but I think we have to rule out humans because we have guns and weapons of mass destruction. I think, we can't. I think we should.
I agree. I think we should exclude humans.
Yeah.
They say, feel free to research the population of any animal. No outside weaponry or armor can be used. Okay, so we could use humans.
Right.
Only what can be made in the arena. I don't like that still. I think we should rule out humans. The arena is the Scotland, England, and Wales, and all of our little isles, as long as they aren't more than 15 miles away, so not Malta. Also, fuck Malta. Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Okay, so basically we're just all fighting on the UK.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. So every animal in the world, if every animal in the world fought against each other, who would win? Are we ruling out aquatic creatures?
I think we kind of have to.
Well, yeah, because they wouldn't be able to.
Like semi-aquatic, like crocodiles can participate.
Crocodiles are allowed then.
Yeah.
Any aquatic animal that could come onto land and survive on land, you're allowed in the competition.
You lose. It's a shame because you do lose stuff like sharks and whales and octopus. There's a lot of really dope fish.
Yeah, there's some
sea
badass
creatures.
fish.
Like seahorses. Anyway, more about that on the next podcast.
You're fucking seahorses.
I had to segue. Okay. All right. Let's start getting some ideas down on paper then. I've got a notepad open.
Okay.
Hit me with some suggestions. Who do you think?
I had an initial thought, but like every animal. So my initial thought here, okay, is the silverback gorilla. It's going to fucking destroy nearly everything. But then I was like, well, what about venomous snakes? Because there's going to be a shit ton of them. If enough of them surround a gorilla
Ooh.
and bite it, I don't think there's that many gorillas in the world compared to probably snakes.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, I'm struggling a bit.
Does it just come down to poison content, like those little tiny dart tree frogs that, like, one bit of poison could take down, 100 people or whatever? I'm paraphrasing. I have no idea how powerful it is, but
like what, let's say just a tiger goes up and eats one, rip, tiger dead, but the frog is dead. So there have to be,
Yeah.
there have to be enough frogs to kill every other creature as well.
it'd have to be, I guess, like you said, snakes, something that would like attack with its venom.
But
Scorpions or
Then I'm also like, okay, a rhino or an elephant is gonna fucking fold nearly anything. Like that rhino's gonna get bit by 1,000,000 snakes and keep going.
Are you sure? Okay, well, I feel like we need Google
Yeah.
for that because I'm not sure if that's true. How much, how much poison to take down?
A hippo, a rhino, an elephant. They're my. I'm hedging my bets on them.
So you're going for the bruley. You're saying the bruley kind of beefy creatures are gonna
Thick
succeed.
hides. They're big. They're imposing. They can do a lot of damage. Rhino horns, hippos jaws, like elephant
do you think about-
tusk.
What about birds? Are there any flying poisonous birds? Because that instantly feels like a very strong strategy. I don't think there are any, are there?
What about just a fucking huge bird though, like a fucking like big eagle or some shit?
Because I mean, what can a rhino really do versus an eagle that's just harassing it and scraping at its eyes?
Yeah, it can just just fly away, right? Well, sorry, just to
Yeah.
go back to this elephant issue.
Yeah.
Elephants, a mere teaspoon of these pesticides, insecticides, I'm actually not sure what they're talking about, is fatal enough to kill a large elephant. So lots of poachers kill elephants by like poisoning
Really?
them with cyanide and stuff like that. So I'm imagining.
There's not many
so
animals
that-
that have cyanide.
But okay,
Yeah,
all
but-
right. How much poison from a snake to take down an elephant? Can a snake bite kill an elephant? Okay. All right. Elephant skin is generally too thick for snake fangs to penetrate, and the elephant itself is usually too large for the snake's venom to overwhelm, let alone eat. But there are cases of the huge king cobras of India killing smallish elephants through bites on the trunk, although it's unusual for it to happen.
God, that feels very specific. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like biting them on the trunk.
Right,
I was just
so-
thinking,
yeah.
so actually, are we ruling out that venom and poisonous creatures? Because maybe like a scorpion, but like again, it just gets crushed.
Just gets
eventually.
crushed, right? I feel
like-
the elephants are going to fuck up a lot of...
Like I feel like hippo. You didn't say hippo, Rouse, but
Hippo.
hippos are like the real badass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hippos are
Hippos are
real
terrifying.
badass.
They do
terrifying.
not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And most animals are actually pretty scared of them, which I feel like is a good sign. But again, like just a big fucking eagle pecking at it. Eventually, a hippo is just going to get its fucking brains pecked out.
But if it manages to bite it, if it can get it in its jaws, like I'm
Okay,
sure...
how many hippos are there in the world, and how many just like all eagles are there?
Hippo kills birds? Question mark?
There are about 100,000 to 130,000 hippos. How many birds of prey are there?
Oh, God. These birds ruthlessly eat hippo's flesh alive.
Oh my god!
Oh, my God. So maybe it is like a big fuck off bird.
I feel like an elephant. I feel like an elephant's doing it.
Yeah, but elephants not apex though, is it? Like things like lions and
They
stuff
don't
can
have the
kill
fighting
hippos.
spirit.
Lions
Actually, yeah.
kill hippo. What am I trying to say?
Oh
Elephants.
my god! Wait, guess how many
Right?
birds there are on the earth. So I've just been googling.
All
how many
bird
birds-
species.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
The range that Google gives, that National Geographic gives, is an insane range as well, because the
I'm-
estimates are almost impossible to do.
I'm going to say something crazy that we're not expecting, like fucking 9.8 billion.
Okay,
Wait,
Lydia.
is it how many birds?
Yeah.
Well, if there's 8 million human, 8 billion. Oh my god, I can't talk anymore. It's going to be a lot more. I'm going to say like I don't know, 100 billion. Something insane.
It's not a bad guess. The National Geographic apparently, as of 2021, estimates that there are between 50 to 430 billion birds.
Wow.
Now,
Jesus.
Imagine all of those condensed into just the UK. Now, obviously, they're going to be fighting each other as well.
Everyone's going to
but
die from being
That's
squished.
a lot of fucking birds. Like, not many things kill birds apart from other birds, right?
Yeah. So who's the king bird?
Yeah, but the birds got to go down to like try and get at the eyes and stuff of rhinos, and if they get hit with a fucking horn, they're going down.
But like, there's just not that many, right? Like, there's 100,000 hippos in the world. You know, you could just literally dedicate 1 billion birds to pecking hippos, and that's what you've got just 100,000 birds on each hippo. That's so many birds per hippo, and we've only used a couple of our birds. There's so many birds. I don't know how. That's a mind-boggling. I haven't really thought about how many birds there are in the world. There's a lot of birds.
There's a lot of birds. Jesus.
What beats birds? Like, it's them landing. Like, I guess like tigers and jaguars, things that go in trees, right?
I mean, big cats fucking love birds. So yeah, they can.
Maybe goats. Goats are really hardy, and there's probably fucking millions of goats in the world.
Goats? What the fuck is a goat gonna kill?
Well, goats can go anywhere. They don't care about mountains. They don't care about trees.
We're on the UK, but.
What?
Wait. Sorry. Okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah. So we're in the UK. Yeah. And there's mountains and there's trees. But
there's 1 billion goats in the world, Lydia.
But what's it killing? What are these goats?
They've got horns.
Oh yeah, they're taking down a fucking tiger, are they?
Yeah, but they don't need to because how many tigers are in the world?
Wait, hold on.
But
you see what I mean?
Who wins the battle, isn't it? Rather than who can just stay out of the way.
It's a massive battle royale, yeah.
There's an absolute monster that we've not put any respect on the name of yet, and it's the Komodo dragon.
Oh, big lad.
True. That has pretty good defenses as well.
That is insanely... it's really defensive, and it is insanely venomous. And it's very aggressive.
There's only 1,400 left in the world, though.
Oh...
You can have 1 billion birds fight each one.
My God, the search history on this fucking computer. Okay, what could kill a Komodo dragon? I'm just searching the most fucking dumb shit.
I feel like as a rule, we should also be ruling out bacteria and pathogens.
Oh, yeah.
They're not animals. Do we think ants? Are we being dumb about ants? Are we sleeping on ants?
I was thinking that, like, how many...
Because the floor of the UK would literally be ants.
Yeah.
Imagine the whole world's ant population.
I'm sleeping on them.
You're sleeping on ants? I'm going to find out how many ants are in the world.
What about the mosquitoes? Just giving everything fucking malaria and shit.
There's 20 quadrillion ants in the world.
Oh, is that it?
Oh my God. I hope the ants never uprise. I hope that they never decide they want to rule the world, because that is... Imagine just waking up being eaten alive by a colony of ants would be horrendous.
Just for actual, like, just so you can think about what a 20 quadrillion is actually as a number, because it's quite a stupid number to just say. Mm-hmm. It's 20 million billion.
And
so
20
you have 20 million
billions.
A billion times.
It's incomprehensible. It's such a large number that we can't actually picture it. It's too big for our tiny little human brain.
I just turn on the tap.
I stand in some water.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, because you get the ones that can bridge over water, right?
And then there's so many they would just suicide in.
And I think there's also semi-aquatic ants, and they could probably just drink it, right? Oh God.
Drink it. I think we should all settle on something now, because I feel like this is a conversation that will never end, because there's so many animals.
It's the ultimate version of a horse versus 1,000 duck-sized horses or whatever. You know what I mean? It's that ultimate version of that question.
I hate lizards, but I'm saying lizards specifically, like a venomous snake or a Komodo dragon. Like those are my winners. But soft spot for the elephants.
Soft spot. I think elephants is a terrible shout, because all the lions and everything would just fucking kill them. They'll be fucked. I want to say something like a hippo, but I do think there's merit in these powerful birds just like fucking them up and then getting out of the way. So maybe something like a bald eagle, American bald eagle. Sorry, it's the end of the day. I can't speak
it's
words
all right.
anymore.
You're doing great.
Or one of those guys potentially.
I'm gonna join you, Lydia, but with a twist.
Okay.
I'm gonna go emu.
What the fuck?
Emus can't even fly. The whole thing was that they can fly away.
But they're so fast.
But
But why wouldn't you just pick the better emu in the form of a cassowary?
No, because emus are the most aggressive birds in the world. They are not fucking friendly.
Cassowaries are even more dangerous.
A cheetah would just fuck that emu up immediately.
But I'm imagining the branding of my team, the emu team.
Oh,
it just feels like there's a brand here.
Harry, a cassowary is just an emu an emu upgraded. It's literally.
I know, but there's no brand awareness about a cassowary, and it's got like a fucking blue face. Like no one, It
has razor sharp talons.
You want me to start from the bottom with a cassowary, a power pick, or start with the well-known, much beloved family name, emu?
But it's like picking a golden retriever.
Damn, we didn't even talk about dogs. Actually, wolves.
Wolves are getting folded.
We did kind of just ignore the entire lion and tiger.
Yeah,
dichotomy, which I think probably was a good decision, but.
They're getting destroyed, dude. They're getting destroyed.
The internet seems to think the honey badger is a formidable opponent.
It's a great. Actually, honey badger is terrifying. Oh,
they look so freaky.
No, wait. Are we being really dumb? Rats? A rat's not like. There's
what, with disease or
there's just I think just population. Population is so strong. There's 7 billion rats in the world. Pretty good.
Is there not more rats to humans? I'm surprised. I thought there'd be more rats.
No, it's about 1 to 1. I guess they don't. They're kind of just little packets of food in the wild. You know what I mean? They're not. They kind of live nicely next to us.
I've cracked it.
All right, hit us.
The humble sloth, because it's gonna take so long to get to the fight. All the fighting's gonna be over, and everyone else is gonna bleed to death.
Yes.
True.
Also, Komodo dragons kill each other. So even if like. A lot of some of these animals might end up killing each other, whilst the sloth's just snoozing. He's just fucking snoozing. Comes down, everyone's dead.
He's my champion.
The
battlefield is soaked, and then a single sloth climbs on top of all the corpses.
Nice.
And he just chills.
Just
and he dies of old age. It took him so long to get there.
Nice. I like that. Okay, that's my winner. That's great.
Perfect. We solved it.
Wonderful.
Right, well, write in with your answers to that question. I'm very intrigued in what people
So many
think.
people are going to call us idiots. I know it. I'm calling it right now.
Barry's so stupid with the birds. Your birds would always lose to the bird killer.
Bird killer.
A mongoose always eats birds, so I choose the mongoose.
I guess it is sort of like a bit kind of like Pokemon-y, where you're like, okay, but this will be strong against this.
It is, yeah.
You know, there's always something you can pick which is going to fuck that other thing up.
I think vast quantities of an animal is pretty underrated. There's just so many.
I feel like that's not fair. I know we're done and dusted now, but I feel like it should be, say, 100 of each creature. I think if you really bring into population into it, then the whole thing is just fucked and confusing. Because, like you said, there's 4 trillion billion
100
million
polar bears. 100 polar bears going to do a lot of damage.
Yeah, 100 polar bears are pretty scary.
But they die if they're in the UK. They'd be fucked. They would be all hot and sweaty.
That's why they've come here, Liddy. They have come here to die. This is the objective.
That's true, yeah, okay.
The fucked up world.
But yeah, let us know.
Let us know what you think. And that's actually it. This person finishes the question saying, there you go, guys. I hope you get a lot of meat out of these questions. Feel free to answer them in any order you want. What a humble question asker. Also, if you use this question, can you introduce it being sent by... No, I'm not going to dox you. I only ask, is possible, it's the name I'd like to use. Oh, no, I will say, actually. So they say, we usually ignore doing introductions by people's names, but they say, also, if you use this question, please introduce it as being sent by Margot T. I only ask because it's the name I'd like to use to transition with, and I want to see if I like it. You trans woman on 0 degrees confirmed. Say any of this at your leisure. I'm not bothered by journalists.
Based well, thank you for your question. All the best, Margot.
Yeah,
Margot,
all the
much
best,
love
Margot.
to you.
Thank you for the questions.
Thank you for the amazing questions. Very fun questions to do. I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening. Appreciate it.
Look forward to next question week's time. Special in video episode as well,
and live,
and a live episode next week. You know, we got a lot going on.
What's fucking happening?
Busy time.
Thank you so much.
Mwah.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.